So now we will see fonts in CSS. So guys, basically there are multiple properties related to fonts in CSS, and this we are going to check with the help of examples as well. So basically the first property is the font family, which will help us in order to specify the font of a text. So guys, let us check this with the help of example in VS Code over here. So simply I'm going to remove the previous line of code that we had written from the HTML and the CSS files as well. So in the HTML file we are going to have the div element in this case, and let us generate some random text over here. So as you can see, we have generated the random text using the lorem emmet abbreviation. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page on the browser. So as you can see, this is the text that we have written inside our div element. Now guys, this is the default font family over here. We have not provided any font family in our external CSS file. So how do we provide the font family in the style.css file over here? So simply we are going to go inside the style.css file, and for the div element we are going to set the font family in this case. Now guys, when we provide the font family property, as you can see there are multiple values in this case to be provided as the font family. Now guys, what is the meaning of these multiple values that are separated by comma? So over here, let us say we want to provide the Arial font family. So when we select this, as you can see, the first font family is Arial, and then followed by comma we have something called as Helvetica, and then we have sans serif. So guys, basically this is nothing but a fallback mechanism that will work in such a way that first of all the web browser will check whether the Arial font family is being installed locally on that particular browser, and if yes, then the text will be applied this particular font family, and if not, then the Helvetica will be checked whether it is present or not, and if it is present, then Helvetica will be provided, and if this is also not present, then sans serif is the generic font family name that will be applied, which is having the group of different values for the font family over here. So guys, basically the last name for the font family CSS property will be the generic font family. So as you can see, it specifies a prioritized list of font family names or generic family names. So some of the browser versions might not have the first or the second font family value, and this is the fallback mechanism that is being used over here. Now guys, let us check how this font family will be displayed on the UI. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page on the browser. So as you can see, the font has been updated now with the help of the font family CSS property. Similarly, if we provide some other font family over here, so let's say we provide Times New Roman font family in this case. So first of all, this Times New Roman will be checked whether the browser is having this particular font family. If not, then this Times font family will be checked, and if this is also not present, then the serif generic family will be applied to the text over here. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page. Before reloading, you will be seeing that the font family will be updated over here to Times New Roman. So when we reload this page, as you can see, this is the text that is being displayed with the font family of Times New Roman over here. Let us update to some other font family value in this case. So let us select Vardhana over here. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the font family has been updated over here, and this is how you can apply the font family to your text based on your requirements. Now guys, let us move to another property over here. So we have something called as font style in this case, which will specify whether the text needs to be displayed as italics. So guys, let us check that as well. So over here, simply we can provide font style CSS property, and for this style we have multiple values, that is italic or normal or oblique. So guys, basically by default we have the normal value. So let us see how the text will be displayed when we provide the value as italic for font family CSS property. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the value of italic is being provided over here as the font style CSS property. Now guys, let us move to another CSS property. We have something called as font weight over here. So let us check that as well, which will help us in order to specify the weight of the font. So guys, over here simply we will say font weight property, and we have multiple numbers that we can provide. Also we can provide the value that is bold over here or bolder or lighter. So by default we have the value that is normal. So what if we provide the bold value in this case. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, this is the meaning of bold font weight in this case, and based on your requirements, if you want to display the text in this way, you can provide the font weight over here. Now guys, let us move to another property. We have something called as font size in this case, which sets the size of the text, and we can use the various units, which is pixels and em over here. So guys, let us check this with the help of example in VS Code. So let us have another paragraph in this case. So we will have the p tag over here, and then simply we will say this is a paragraph. So guys, we are going to apply the font size property on this paragraph. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, this is a paragraph text is getting displayed. So guys, how do we provide the font size property to this paragraph? So simply we are going to come in this CSS file, we are going to provide the p tag, and we are going to say font size in this case. So guys, by default the font size is 16 pixels on most of the browsers, and let's say we want to provide 22 pixels as font size. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the size of this particular font has increased to 22 pixels. Let us inspect this element. So when we right click on this HTML element and click on the inspect option, you will be seeing all the CSS properties that are being provided to this paragraph tag over here. When we uncheck this font size, as you can see, this is the default font size for the paragraph tag, and when we check it with the 22 pixels value, the text is getting displayed with the help of font size of 22 pixels. If we increase the size to 26 pixels, so over here when we change it to 26, you will notice on the UI that the size will increase over here. So when we make it as 26 pixels, as you can see, the size of the paragraph has increased more. So in this way you can provide the various font size to the text. Let me just reload this page once again on the browser so that the changes that we have made on the CSS file is getting reflected on the page. And guys, apart from this, we have something called as em unit as well. So basically one em is equal to the current font size, and by default the current font size, that is the text size in the browsers, is 16 pixels. So when we provide 1 em as the font size over here, it will be the default font size of the browser. So let us check that as well. We provide 1 em as the font size in this case. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page. So as you can see, this is by default 16 pixels over here. If we want to double this size, that is 32 pixels, simply we can provide 2 em in this case. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So this is the 32 pixels font size that is getting displayed over here. Now guys, what if we want to make the size as 28 pixels? So simply we can come to calculator over here, and for this 28 pixels we are going to divide it by 16. Since 1 em is equal to 16 pixels, so we need to get a number that is corresponding to the em unit, for which the pixels unit is 28. So let me just check that as well. So it is 1.75 em. So guys, basically the em unit also allows you to provide the numbers in decimal. So let us check this as well. When we provide 1.75 em over here, what will happen? So we have provided 1.75 em. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the size has been updated to 1.75 em, which is equivalent to 28 pixels over here. And if we want to make it as 24 pixels, simply we will say 1.5 em, which will correspond to the 24 pixels if you calculate this. So when we say 24 divided by 16, it will give us 1.5 as the em unit. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, this is the 24 pixels or 1.5 em font size for this particular text. Now guys, it is very important that we use the text size, that is the font size, with the help of the em unit, so that on different browsers the text is automatically scaling up or down. And it is recommended in order to use a combination of % as well in the body tag along with this em. So guys, inside this style.css file, simply we can say body, and then for the font size property over here, so simply we are going to say font size as 100%. So guys, what will happen is the font size for all the HTML elements inside the body will be set as 100%, and whenever we are going to use the font size as the em unit for the other HTML elements, it will properly scale up or scale down based on the browser and the device size on which the user is using the web page. So guys, this is one of the best practices that you must follow while providing the CSS property of font size to the different text element. Now guys, we have something called as font shorthand property that will help us in order to provide the values of all these CSS properties related to font in just one CSS property, that is font in this case. So guys, I'll leave this up to you as a homework for you so that you can practice on your own and use the different values for the different font properties that is related to text. So guys, comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is icons in CSS. So stay tuned.